First of all, with the Ashes series rapidly approaching, England are going to want their best team on the pitch. And no doubt that's going to involve Aussie-based players. But Sean Wane may have some rep rugby politics to deal with this year.
Yeah, so I talked about this earlier on in the season when I made a little bit of a joke about Bevan French playing for England and all the rest of it, and what the eligibility rules are around state of origin. Right, so it's come to a bit of a head this week. So Max King is eligible to play for England. His mother is English. He was born in Huddersfield, moved over to Australia when he was a lot younger. Been ripping it up for Canterbury Bulldogs this year, who's sitting top of the NRL ladder, having a stellar season. He was on the radar for playing for England this year in the Ashes. However, he's just been selected for New South Wales. He's in the squad for New South Wales for the up-and-coming State of Origin game.
Right, my first question, right, brilliant to Max King. Amazing. Brilliant that he's from Huddersfield as well. That's just tip-top. But I struggle, like, what's the reason behind these politics? Is it like an availability for the Origins game? Are they trying to ring fence talent, or like what's the reasons for it?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of ring fencing going on here from Australia. I know this probably ain't going to go down right well, but yes,
I'm genuinely interested in what people have got to say.
If you've played international for England or for New Zealand, you're not eligible to play State of Origin.
Right.
But I believe, if I'm getting this right, if you've played like Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, Cook Islands, they're all still they are eligible. And I don't know if it's because England and New Zealand were classed as like tier 1 nations and the other teams were developing nations, and therefore they weren't too concerned about it. But yeah, these are the rules in place by the NRL, State of Origin, Australia, whatever federation it is. Yeah, so there's a weird situation here. I think it's one of the first times it's happened. So he could play, because the rules are the other way around. So he could play for New South Wales, right?
Yeah.
In the squad, get picked, could play a couple of games,
win the series.
Yeah, but then could get picked for England.
Yeah.
He can play for England, but then once he's put an England Test jersey on, he then won't be eligible to play State of Origin again. So it's a weird set of rules. So I don't know. I thought it was worth mentioning, worth bringing up, and sticking our 2 pennies in. Really,
I want to go on a little bit of a fact-finding thing. Like, what are the reasons behind these rules? My assumptions are, like I said, ring fencing talent, but also like getting players to indicate their allegiance to, whether it's the Origin, whether it's the Aussie team or the England team or whatever, just to sort of identify their actual allegiance and not let people in that are going to like flip-flop backwards and forwards and just decide where they're going to go. It is a strange one. I mean, there's a few assumptions to be made in, like, will he get picked up for the Origin? Would he get selected by Sean Wane? So, but it is an interesting situation.
Yeah, I know. It's like, for years there were calls for Burgess to play Origin, weren't there?
Yeah.
The door was firmly shut on him because he represented England, so it was never going to happen. So, yeah, but it's interesting that it's the other way around this time, that he's been picked for Origin first. There's quite a few players, actually, they've not had a really long career, or like there's some players who have only played a handful of seasons are getting into the Origin squad these days, whereas before, I think it was like
just established players.
Yeah, really established players. Yeah, I don't know
what was your prediction, Karl? How's this going to go down?
I don't think he'll play for England. I think he's going to play Origin. I think that the purse is too big, the draw's too big. I think he's going to play Origin, and then if he has a decent Origin series, probably put an Australia jersey on.
We've lost him. Yeah.